All right. Legendary Time Legend Gang, it is Ty Simone, and I am going to try this animation read through again. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, so part of me wants to be quiet, but then the other part of me wants to make sure that I read the story in a way that I would want it to be read to me. So I'm gonna just go for it. And my son is already stirring in his sleep. But we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna see how far we get this time. So I know it's a little bit janky. I am in my bed. Now I kind of like, now that I'm hearing my voice, I'm like, I probably should wake up a little bit more, but I really want to get this done. And this is the quietest that it will be in order for me to make this type of video. So I'm gonna go for it. This story explores the celestial world of deep space, where there are infinite possibilities. I should probably turn this fan off, right? Can y'all hear that? I'm gonna minimize. Yeah, that's way quieter. Damn, that's way quieter. All right, let me start this over. Make editing a lot easier. Okay, just set that down. This story explores the celestial world of deep space, where there are infinite possibilities. A young goddess feels overshadowed by her peers until a mysterious encounter with the frog sparks a journey of healing, transformation, and self discovery. Will she find the confidence to heal herself and encourage all life in the solar system to shine brighter? Or will she drift into space forever? This book belongs to a self confident legend. I don't have to be the biggest or the brightest to shine. Me being me is the most mesmerizing sight anyone will ever see. A Phase Creative Studios production, The Goddess and the Frog, Embodying Self-Confidence. Written and illustrated by Thais Simone. That's me. With gratitude from like-minded legends, this masterpiece is made with love and intention to uplift and inspire the legend in you to embody self-confidence. You are a deity capable of achieving. You are a deity capable of achieving legendary feats. Believe in yourself. I am a catalyst for positive change, growth, and legendary vibes. Little legend goddesses and gods, do you know how powerful you are? You really are a big bang. The bigger your dreams, the bigger the challenges. Get ready to make the impossible reality. You can do it. The goddess, ooh, the goddess jolted from her dream to the snickering, sneering faces of her peers. You still haven't created anything yet? You're creating really slow to be a goddess. The sun chuckled with glee. No one can make a world as big and bright as me. Okay. The sun chuckled with glee. No one can create a world as big and bright as me. The wandering stars of goddesses and gods. The wandering stars of gods and goddesses orbited the goddess, parading their creations. I feel like I should do that again and change my voices. The goddess jolted from her dream to the snickering, sneering faces of her peers. You still haven't created anything yet? You're creating really slow to be a goddess. The sun chuckled with glee. No one can create a world as big and bright as me. The wandering stars of gods and goddesses paraded the goddess. The wandering stars of gods and goddesses orbited the goddess, parading their creations. Gotta make sure I pause in between when I fuck up so that I can cut it out, because sometimes I'll like try to say it real fast and then it's harder to edit. Let's see. Mesmerized Mercury said, "My world is hot and spicy. Mine has many moons, rings, and all of my favorite things." Saturn chimed in. Mars glanced at the goddess and asked, "What does your world look like?" The goddess smiled and whispered quietly, "I'm glad you asked, Mars. I was thinking." You were thinking? How? You haven't created anything, the sun boasted. Everyone knows that we can absorb ether energy, and everything we think becomes real. The wandering stars turned to face the goddess, eclipsing the light of the sun. "You aren't good enough to create with us," Saturn snorted. "Yeah, haven't added anything to our solar system," Mercury added. Their disbelief echoed through the emptiness of space and time, shattering the goddess's heart. The goddess sighed in frustration as the sun continued. "You keep dreaming about this world, but all you have is an empty hole. You're as mad as a box of frogs." "She still created something glorious," praised Venus. "Don't forget that we all started as black holes, son." Jupiter boomed and resumed. "Actually, she was the first to create a black hole." "Who cares who was first? I'm the biggest." The sun beamed with pride, blinding the goddess. Her eyes burned like wildfire from staring at the sun. She rocked and rolled out of the orbit rings that kept the wandering stars together. The goddess teemed and screamed, but no one could hear her cries as she drifted further into space. "Help me!" Realizing no one would save her, the goddess drifted alone with her thoughts. "All the wandering stars can make something except me." She pouted and shouted, "I should just quit. There's no way I can do this." Her thoughts began to turn darker. The more she worried, feared, and doubted, the more ether energy she absorbed from space around her. "They're all probably right. I should just eat the frog and give." Kaplunk! And then one more time, without the sound. Kaplunk! Before the goddess could finish her thought, an asteroid hit her upside the head. Ouch! What in the cosmos was that? She closely examined the foreign space rock. It doesn't look too spectacular. She scratched and sniffed. She scratched, sniffed, and shook the asteroid, but nothing happened. The goddess shed a few tears onto the rock. Frustrated, the goddess threw the rock as far as she could. "I knew it. It's nothing in the middle of nowhere, just like my world." "Even if my world is a boiling frog and doesn't have anything right now," she thought, closing her eyes, taking a deep breath. I'd still love to have stars to share it with. I really should just eat the frog and try again. Suddenly, the goddess made a strange sound. Her tongue sprang out of her mouth, stretching to grab the asteroid. Her tongue sprang out of her mouth, stretching to grab the asteroid, before dropping it back into her hands and returning to normal. What was that? No way I have powers. Her tongue extended again, shocking the goddess. Her tongue extended again. Shocked, the goddess re-examined the asteroid. This time, she looked at it with fresh eyes. The asteroid had transformed into a water-covered rock mirror. It was a little blurry, so she held it still until she could see her reflection and gazed at it. The goddess screamed, "Ah!" She couldn't believe her eyes. Her body was becoming see-through, and there was an egg stuck in her throat. I finally get a world to form, but it's a frog stuck in my throat. Ugh, I can't do anything right. She pauses for a second to think before continuing. At this rate, the wandering stars will never accept me. They probably don't even need me to create the solar system. They probably don't even need me to create the solar system. The goddess consumed herself with the idea that she was worthless to her peers. She looked back at the mirror. This time, the egg had grown into a tadpole. How do I get this frog out of my throat? She cried, grabbing her neck in terror with her wet, sticky, and waxy hands. Startled by her clammy touch, she jumped higher than she ever did before. And after a few impromptu somersaults through space, she landed perfectly on the asteroid mirror with webbed feet. As the goddess focused on the egg in her throat growing, she was absorbing more ether energy and turning into a frog faster. Her body began to slouch and bend, exhaling air from the front and back end. Whoa. Ribbit! Ribbit! This is not what I meant by eating the frog. I'm turning into an ancient old frog so quickly. The goddess muttered and stuttered between croaks, her tongue absorbing more ether energy. One more time. This is not what I meant by eating the frog. Ribbit! I'm turning into an ancient old frog so quickly. Ribbit! The goddess muttered and stuttered between croaks, her tongue absorbing more ether. Horrified, the goddess looked down at her throat to see a full-grown frog staring back at her with each ribbit. I didn't know my body would change in these weird ways. Ribbit. She could not bear any more changes to herself or her world, but she was tired of being afraid and powerless. This time, when she looked in the mirror, she had a frog face, but she did not scream, run, or hide. I can't keep drifting from myself or others. I can't keep drifting from others or myself. It's time to face the world I created. This time, she took a deeper look inside. She stared at her reflection and thought long and hard before saying, I thought I made a mistake, but I've created a masterpiece and mastered my inner peace. My thoughts make or break my world. The goddess ignited with inspiration and reimagined the best solar system she could for everyone to share, creating a dream from a nightmare. As she imagined, she absorbed more ether energy, forming another black hole. She was sucked into the black hole, but the goddess did not stop pouring loving affirmations into herself. Transmuting all of her negative thoughts, she envisioned herself, her peers, and their creations to be the best they can be. Bright lights radiated from within her. The lights grew and grew, and before she knew it, the wandering stars were surrounding the black hole the goddess left behind. I must admit, without the goddess, our solar system is incomplete, mouthed Mercury. She was a big frog in a small pond with a special touch that's truly unique, Venus added. The goddess probably doesn't want to create with us anymore. I forget that we're a team, so maybe I shouldn't compete so much or keep score. The sun pouted, dimming his light. I think we can expand if we appreciate a what. I think we can expand if we appreciate one another more, Jupiter suggested. The wandering stars sat in silence for a while, imagining how they could work together better. We all add value to our solar system. We all add value to our solar system. So let's all add something special to the black hole the goddess started, Mars insisted. It'll be hard work, like herding frogs, but it'll pay off in the end. Saturn nodded in agreement. Trying to do a high-pitched voice for Mars. Shout out in advance to my voice actors. The wandering stars absorbed more ether energy and reaffirmed the goddess's dreams. Each star added an element to the black hole, endowing her with positive affirmations, love, and support. The more they contributed positive energy, the black hole began turning into a white hole until suddenly they were blinded by the light of the goddess. Suddenly, they were blinded by the light the goddess radiated as she shot through the white hole and back into her place in the orbit rings amongst them. The wandering stars gasped in awe. Her light sparked a new glow in each of the stars. Yo, goddess! Did you really create this? The sun beamed. Just in case y'all can hear my stomach rumble, I'm gonna do that one more time. Let's see. Her light sparked a new glow in each of the stars. Yo, goddess! Did you really create this? The sun beamed. Did you really create this? The sun beamed. Yes, I did create this. The sun said, Yes, I did create this, the goddess said proudly, holding her creation in her hands. I also create with the most legendary stars in the galaxy. I couldn't have done it without y'all. Thank you. The wandering stars celebrated, mesmerized by the solar system they created together. Their mastermind orbited one another in perfect harmony. We're as fine as frog hair, the sun beamed. Definitely worth the wait, Mars said. Absolutely beautiful, Venus exclaimed. There's so much space to explore, Jupiter exclaimed. Hard work pays off, Saturn nodded. And the best part of our solar system is creating together, Mercury concluded. The beginning. Yay! Okay, so I got through the story. Excuse me, I'm freaking hungry. I'm hungry. Let's see. I'm gonna do this part 2 just in case I want to include it at the end of the animation. So let's see. Color the planets. Share your masterpiece. Lift the legend. Share with our solar system. I challenge you to color the planets and share something that is. I challenge you to color the planets and share something that is or has tested your confidence. Show us how you overcome it for a chance to be featured in an upcoming story. Hashtag the goddess and the frog. Hashtag Phase Creative Studios. Check out ThaisArtboard.com to get the full coloring book and workbook for more magic, learning, and fun. Use code CONFIDENCE at checkout to save 10%. I want to redo that one too. Well, no, I'm gonna leave it. Because I was gonna say to also include Phase Creative Studios, but I'm gonna just leave it that one. Thais Simone, author and illustrator, at Thais Artboard and ThaisArtboard.com. Thais Simone is a visionary goddess whose work breathes life into ancient truths, future legends, and present-day healing to make the impossible reality. As the founder of Phase Creative Studios, a creative collective and publishing house, she channels powerful, affirming narratives that center the magic, brilliance, and sacred resilience of melanated people. This book is dedicated to any legend that has doubted themselves. You are your own limit. Break the boundaries of your mind to free yourself. Thank you. With gratitude from a fellow legend. Period. We did it, y'all. About 20 minutes. Ooh, so that means these videos are probably going to be about 25 to 30 minutes. Or it could just be my book, because this book is actually relatively long for it to be a children's book. Like, it's longer than most. But I like these types of books because they actually have more story than, like, the average children's book. So, that could just be me, but I love it. And you already know I love the hardback. I can't wait to get the new cover. Because the more I look at this one, like I said, I still love her, but like the new cover hits so much harder than this one, and I feel like it'll grab a lot more people's attention if I keep it a stack for myself. So yeah, I'm okay with making those changes. Let's see. I don't think I read the title, but no, I did in the on the title page, but just in case, I'm gonna also read the affirmations on the back so that I can also showcase the back cover in the video. But let's see. I am building confidence and becoming legend. My choices positively affect those around me. My life is impactful. I believe in myself. Evolving is fun and easy for me. I feel powerful. Characters inspired by our solar system. Period. I did it, y'all. I fucking did it. I 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 did it. And my baby's still asleep. Oh, a win is a win. Oh, a win is a win. So I'm gonna go ahead and end that there. We are going to see which audio is best. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it pushing, y'all. So that concludes this. That concludes this update. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the reading, and voices you like, what voices you didn't like, what we can improve. You already know what time it is. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing. So until next time, you are truly legendary. I love you, and I'm gonna see you later.